A heartbreaking incident transformed Shakur Stevenson into a savage. However, how he spends his millions shows his true character. Shakur has all the makings of an all-time great. Top-ranked president sees flashes of Roy Jones, Andre Ward, and Floyd Mayweather when he watches Shakur fight. He is in awe of his brilliant athleticism. So talk about some high praise. Now, many expect Stevenson to become a pound-for-pound star in quick time. And top-ranking presidents are not alone in this belief. Many have crowed Shakur as the heir to Floyd Mayweather, as the next great American boxer. However, Shakur doesn't see himself as the next anyone. Instead, he is the first Shakur Stevenson. He feels that if he buys into the lofty comparisons too much, it will feed his ego and distract him from his ultimate goal. Still, Shakur is not lacking any confidence. He believes that he is one of the best fighters on the planet. However, he recognizes that he has a long way to go before he can call himself an all-time great. Now, speaking of all-time greats, even his name comes from greatness. His mother named him after Tupac Shakur. Growing up, all Shakur heard in his house was Tupac's music. In some ways, he feels obligated to live up to his namesake as well. At least that's how he sees himself, a boxer and an entertainer. If he can bridge those two worlds, he would easily become must-see TV. I look at people like Michael Jackson and see the way that they sold out arenas and everyone loved to go see him perform. I want to be something like that in boxing. That's really my plan and really my goal, so hopefully I can achieve that. Shakur's boxing obsession started early and might have been the very thing that saved his life. He was throwing punches as soon as he could walk. His grandfather Moses began teaching him how to box at age 5, and he has barely lost since he won his first fight at 8. He dreams of world title belts and enough money to move his mother and 8 younger siblings out of his beloved Newark, New Jersey. Stevenson mostly avoided trouble on Newark's tough streets, and his grandfather's steady influence kept him devoted to this sport. Moses vividly recalled the first time he saw his 2-year-old grandson throw hands. We were watching Tuesday night fights, and he just started punching. Every time I took him to a tournament, even before he was old enough to fight, he would always say, "Pop, Pop, I'm never going to lose." He always had that attitude. Since then, Shakur has totally dedicated himself to the sport of boxing. He soon developed a compulsive habit of shadow boxing at every spare moment, although he acknowledges that it can be unnerving to the other people waiting in lines at cafeterias or airports. Now that must be a funny sight, but you need this type of obsession to become an all-time great. Shakur has been capable of boxing 12 hard rounds since he was 10 years old, and he grew into a powerhouse under the tutelage of Moses and Kay Koroma, now the associate coach of the Olympic team. He even attracted the attention of Virgil Hill, the 1984 U.S. Olympian who became a light heavyweight world champion. However, soon, he would learn a heartbreaking lesson that left him in tears. He fell short of his dream. Stevenson had a very successful career at the youth level, winning the 2014 AIBA Youth World Championships and 2014 Summer Youth Olympics. In 2015, at aged 18, he won the Senior U.S. Olympic Trials, thus qualifying for the U.S. boxing team at the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. His dream was to win a gold medal for his country. However, he came up short. In Rio, Stevenson won a silver medal, losing to Robeisy Ramirez of Cuba in the gold medal match. Despite that, he was the highest medaling male boxer for America. Afterward, he broke down in tears. He felt as if he had let his family and friends down. He has promised them that he would bring home the gold. Many drew comparisons to Floyd Mayweather, who also failed to win a gold medal and was visibly distraught afterward. And just like Floyd, Shakur went on an incredible pro run after the Olympics and vaulted himself to the very top of the sport. His idol helped mentor his professional career. Shakur has been flawless. He has long idolized Andre Ward and has said he even hopes to replicate Ward's Hall of Fame career. So it must have felt surreal when Ward offered to be his manager. Shakur quickly accepted. Since then, he has won multiple world championships in 3 weight classes from featherweight to lightweight, including unified and lineal titles at super featherweight. His record stands at 22 wins and 0 losses. One of his biggest wins came on October 26, 2019. He took on Yoet Gonzalez, and the fight was rather personal. Shakur was dating the sister of Gonzalez, who took offense to it. Well, in the ring, Stevenson produced an absolute boxing clinic toward a dominating unanimous decision win to become the WBO featherweight world champion. Now, another fun fact is that Shakur has the lowest opponent connect percentage in all of boxing. His defense is just incredible and is one of the reasons why so many people compared him to Floyd Mayweather. On top of that, against De Los Santos, not only did he have the second fewest punches landed on him in a 12th round fight in CompuBox's 38-year history, but he became the 7th youngest fighter ever and the 7th Puerto Rican male of all time to win world titles in 3 divisions. One thing that comes with winning titles is big checks, and it is safe to say that Shakur is living pretty nicely these days. He is cashing millions of dollars. Against Artem Harutyunyan, it's estimated that Shakur made $1.5 million plus pay-per-view points. However, that is nothing compared to his payout against De Los Santos. For that bout, Shakur took home between $3 to $4 million. Prior to that, he fought Yoshino and made another easy $3 million. The $1 million streak goes further back than that. Against Robson Canseco, Shakur made nearly $3 million once again. Shakur also has big endorsement deals. Companies that work with him include the likes of Reeboks, Prime, and Pash Tequila. What's even more interesting is how he spent his first $1 million check. He made sure to take care of his family first. He made his first $1 million against Gonzalez, and after the fight, he was so excited that he couldn't wait to see the check, because he already knew what he was going to spend it on. The very first thing he did was buy his mother a house. The house was about $550,000. It was a big house, 6 bedrooms with a movie room and an office in the front. It had been Shakur's goal to buy her that house for a very long time. His next big purchase was something a little more selfish. You gotta splurge a little when you're on top of the world, so he spent $85K on some jewelry. I really only bought a watch and a chain, around 50 or 60 on the Rolex, and then like 20 and 30 on the chain. Rolex, because when I came up, I used to hear rappers always say something about a rolly. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I want to get me a rolly too. I was kind of being a follower. However, since then, he has now changed his opinion on jewelry. He isn't the biggest fan because it depreciates, which forces you to buy another and then another. And that's how you end up going broke, according to Shakur. But what is worth every penny was his next huge purchase, a $150,000 Maybach. The first thing he did was take his Maybach to the club to show off. I mean, can you really blame him? After that, he purchased a bulletproof Cadillac, which seems more convenient to drive around than the Maybach. And the rest of the money went to his family. He has 7 boys and 2 girls in his family, so he wanted to make sure that all of their school stuff, clothes, and fees were covered no matter what. He also kept some to buy them tons of Christmas presents that year. So you can tell that Shakur is a good dude. Nowadays, Shakur saves up for a different reason. He has his daughter to think about and take care of. But seeing that he's constantly earning in the millions, she won't have anything to worry about. Shakur is also engaged to Lyric Ragston, a rapper and singer who performs under the name Young Lyric. Together, they are building generational wealth.